Hey there, welcome to Starbucks. How can I help you?
Just give me a second. Okay.
Sir, do you see the board right here? There are a lot of people behind you. Do you see the board right here? We have mochas, we have coffees, we have teas. Okay, what would you like?
Relax. Hold the fuck on.
I am relaxing. There's a long line behind you. I'm just saying, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. Shut up. Okay.
You don't have to use that language with me, sir, but you can continue.
Okay, I apologize, but you're coming at me rather, aggressively, and it's 8 in the morning.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
good morning. Let's start over. Okay.
Listen.
Hi, my name is Dominic. All right. Welcome.
Hi, Dom. My name is D.respect, and I know your job is very difficult, but I just need you to listen.
Okay.
I just need you to listen. Okay.
Right,
I want one apple fritter.
All right. One apple fritter.
Well, and I want one tea.
All right. We got apple fritter. We got apple fritter and we got a tea. Okay. We have tea. All right. Decaf.
Yes, decaf. Yes.
All right. Decaf, small tea.
Maybe you might want to consider the decaf as well, Dom.
All right, we have one apple fritter heated. Decaf tea. All right. 2 Splenda. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. That will be $3.79.
Excuse me. I didn't say I wanted the apple fritter heated. I didn't say that.
Okay, that $3.79. Will you be paying cash or debit?
No, you're not. Wait a minute. You're not listening to me, Dom. It's
cash or debit, sir?
Wait a minute. Just give me 1 second, sir. Hold on. I just have to talk to him.
Okay,
wait, but you're disrupting me while I'm talking to him. You see, he got my order wrong. Dom, I didn't say I wanted the fritter heated. I didn't say that.
All right. Let's start over. Do you respect? Let's go on.
Okay, Dom. Let's start over again. I want an apple fritter, not heated, just a regular fritter, just right out of the display.
All right, one apple fritter. Okay.
One apple fritter, and I want a small tea decaf.
All right, one apple fritter, one small tea decaf.
Yes.
All right, that is $3.79. Okay. All right, let me get that card from you, sir.
What card do you want? I have my rewards card right here, actually.
Rewards card. Okay. Let's swipe that right here.
Okay.
Can you hear me? All right. Okay, here you go. And here is your small coffee. All right, thanks. Have a good one. Do you respect? All right, have a good day. Thank you for shopping Starbucks. Next, please.
You motherfucker. You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm D.respect.
You got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
I'm from New York. You know what I mean? We like to eat out here. You know?
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there.
This podcast, this special episode of Double D's is sponsored to you by HipHop RPG Episode 2, a very special animation, big project of mine I'm working on, and you can watch that, and right here, D.respect will include a link, and in the show notes, and all that stuff.
I'll think about it. I'll consider it.
You will do it.
All right.
I will find him!
Just as long as you give me the correct order. That's the only way that this is going to happen.
You got one apple fritter and one small coffee.
No, I said I wanted a tea, you asshole.
You ever had the waiter who is decent at their job, but they think that they are the god of order taking? They walk up to your table and they're like, okay, you have the tomatoes, you have the small tomatoes, blah, 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 and they almost cut you off like they think they know what you're going to say. Mm-hmm. They're really fast. Like almost too fast, and they always fuck things up.
It's almost like they want to be discovered. They want their story to be told. I mean, it all started when I was a waiter at Ruby Tuesdays, and someone told me that I can keep a lot of information in my head, and now voila, I am working for I don't know, Texas. What's the name of that calculator company? What is it? Texas
Instruments.
Instruments, yeah. Now I got hired for Texas Instruments. Apparently, I don't know what job that person would qualify for, but yes, I have had that waiter that's a little too overly ambitious. He's doing a little bit too much.
Like, yes. All right. Do you like when waiters talk to you and try?
I don't
like idiots. Like, shut up.
When they're too conversational.
You know what we're here for.
Yeah.
Let's do this transaction.
Just when they know when to scale it back and to go away. And
yeah,
what is it about waiter school? What is it about waiter school that about what? 8 minutes into your meal. Everything okay? Everything okay?
No. Listen, that. No. Listen,
I'll call
I don't
you
like
and let
it.
you know.
No, that's the thing. I don't like it, but they don't want you across the hallway. Hey, come here. This guy never came here to fix my my ketchup bottle. It's broken. They don't want the check-in. I don't like it, but it's important because they don't want, because sometimes you do want an extra thing of mayo, and they're not. You want an extra thing of mayo, and the most convenient thing for them to do is just come by, and for you to get them during the check-in.
No.
That means they're on top of their shit.
No, I'll call you. I'll let you know.
You're gonna yell across the fucking restaurant. You're gonna wave your arm.
Listen, if the waiter pisses me off enough, what they're gonna get some Steve Buscemi, Mr. Pink. I don't believe in tipping shit. If you bother me too fucking much, I don't.
Was that one of his things? I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in ages.
When in Reservoir Dogs, there was a scene where after they had lunch, everybody had to just put in $1.
Yeah.
And Steve Buscemi said, "I don't believe in tipping.
I don't believe in tips. I don't believe in it."
Why didn't you
believe?
Well, he didn't believe in tips because just because society deems it because he used the example of McDonald's. Somebody said, "Well, this job is really hard." He said, "Well, so is working at McDonald's, but you don't tip them. It's because simply society tells you don't tip these guys, tip that guy." You know. Yeah. So another one of the examples that somebody else used is they said, this is basically the one job that any woman without an education can do, and the reason why they make a living off of it is because of their tips.
Yeah.
And I love the line where Steve Buscemi goes, and he said, "Don't give me that college bullshit, because I got a few words for you. Learn to fucking type." because if you think I'm gonna put your kids through college, then you got another thing coming. But no, I do tip. One thing that I don't do is I tip waiters. I don't like tipping bartenders.
You don't like it, so you don't do it?
I don't do it very often. I don't tip bartenders.
You have to. They're serving you.
No,
man.
I do not.
Dog shit.
Listen, sir. Listen. So do I. So do I. I get paid dog shit too. But when I'm at a bar and I ask for a Corona, just a bottle, and he snaps the top off, puts maybe a lemon wedge on it, and puts the coaster down, that'll be $7. I'm not giving you $8 when you did something that I could easily do myself. It's just
you're not getting it. You're being served. You're sitting down and they're serving you. No. It's part of the transaction. No. It's like you get the cheapest drink you get, you put down $1 at least. No. I actually put down at least $2 no matter whatever drink I get, because it's going to be at least $7, whatever I get.
No. If I am walking into a bar and I ask them to make me a drink, to whip something up, I will always tip, because the bartender did something that I wouldn't be able to do for myself.
So you're paying for something that you wouldn't be able to do.
I'm paying for something because you have to understand that in certain establishments, they just do certain things. They limit you from certain things just to make an extra, just to pay the waiting staff less and put it more on the customer, So I have to pay you $2 because I don't have access to the refrigerator, because you feel that people can't be trusted around the refrigerator, and, to simply just pull the motherfucking thing out and just take the top off. I don't tip for that. I don't, because if I'm at a place, I don't do bar scenes very often anymore, but if I do it, I'll spend, a little bit of money, and through the course of the night, I'll get a beer first, but I'll get some liquor later. And, I normally tend to tip when I ask a waiter for, say, Hennessy Straight, for example. That's what I do, because I'm from the hood, my dude. I do Hennessy Straight. I do Hennessy without...
Nice. Neat?
No, nothing.
I do that, but with aged whiskey.
No, you don't. You do that. You do that with Hazima. That's what you do it with.
What the fuck is Hazima? Is that a vodka?
Zima's a non-alcoholic beverage that they used to put out, but apparently I guess it's not out anymore. Is Zima still available in the market?
I don't know.
Zima was a non-alcoholic beverage that had really popular commercials, and the whole thing about
Zima, please.
That's what it was.
That was the commercial.
Yeah,
I'll take a Zima, please.
You were in the desert, and you were
seriously?
You were dehydrated, and you went, Zima. Somebody cracked open the Zima, and then it was like Antarctica. Zima.
So you go from the desert, you get really fucking hot, to being freezing. Like you took the ice bucket challenge, and you're like Zima.
Exactly. And Zima cured all that shit. Okay. Oh, interesting. Its production in the United States ceased in October 2008, but it is still marketed in Japan. So, pussy boy Japanese people, this is why you should know what a Zima is, Dom.
Whatever.
He gave me the whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. So when you go, you are Mr. Socialite. You fucking tip $4 at a time. What do you do here?
No, you fuck.
You're peacocking is what you're doing. That's
no,
what you're doing.
whatever it is I get, if I get a beer, I'll just give him $2 right there.
No, why?
It's the principle, okay?
What? Principle of what? What's the principle?
You tip for everything.
Why? Why?
Because they get paid $3 an hour.
But no one tips me. No one tips me, okay?
You're not supposed to get tips. You're not working for tips.
I understand that, but I don't like that logic that they make
getting
shit
paid
money.
for no. It's a rule. That's how it works.
Look, I don't like the argument that they get paid shit, because if they get paid shit and they really cared about it, they'd find another job.
Come on, man.
That's why I simply that's
like,
why
a lot of these guys work. They work really hard too. Like they work. It balances out. It balances out. That's how much you would have. It's like. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I have something in my throat. Before you fucking cocksuckers out there in the comment section say, "Oh, D, you're wrong," listen to what I'm saying, because you're not listening. It's beers. I don't tip when you give me a fucking beer. I can get a beer and I can put it on the counter.
Yeah, but you're sitting there and they gave you their beer. You
I'm
didn't buy
sitting
it.
there.
Everything's
Yes.
marked up anyway.
Yeah, I'm sitting there, and you should be lucky that there's somebody coming into this establishment.
What do you expect them to give you the Corona for $2? Like as if you bought it from a bodega or something?
Look, I'm not complaining about the price of the beer. That's a total other story. I'm complaining about the fact that I should give you $2, which I worked very hard for, because you put a bottle on a table. Now, you went to bartending school where they taught you the intricacies of mixing drinks and how to, save, money for the bar and not over pour and everything. I don't think there were too many classes on snapping open a beer bottle and putting it on the counter. I don't think that's a part of the bartending art. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking tip for that. Fuck him.
Do you tip cabbies?
Do I tip cabbies? No, I don't do that either. Why? Why should I have to tip a cabbie? Why?
I'm with you on this one, which is why Uber is
you don't.
great.
You don't.
I will if it's not an Uber. Uber factors in everything, which is why it's amazing, because that shit is like 30 to 40% cheaper than a regular cab. Nuts.
What's Uber? What is this?
You don't know what Uber is? Come on, dude.
No. Oh, don't be such a hipster. Just fucking tell me what it is.
It's not hipster. Look,
You don't even know what Uber is, dude.
It's a
Come on, are you fucking kidding me?
Uber is a rideshare app where like you go on this app, you put in your enable location services. A cabbie from the Uber service comes to your house, right? Mm-hmm. Some dude just picks you up. If you use UberX, it's pretty much some guy who decided to drive around in his car. Usually the cars are really nice. It's quality of the cab is way better than a regular cabbie off the street. They can't refuse service from you. The cab drivers get rated on the app, and you rate them. It's all digital, all card. It all goes to your card. So no more of that shit where the guy tells you, "Oh, I no card, cash only." Okay,
Right.
The people are usually really nice. Some of them have water and candy in their back seat if you like eating strangers' candy, all that stuff. But the biggest thing is that it's about 30 to 40% cheaper than a regular cab. And they come to you. And there's no more of that shit where you call a cab agency and they're like, I had this one guy when it was so fucking horrible. I gave him he's like, all right, what's your address? Pick a location. And after I tell him my address, he's like, wait for your cab. I'm like, what?
Eddie's brother.
What? Yeah. And he's like, wait for your cab. That's the kind of shit you get when you when you call a cab service. So Uber, download that app. It's amazing. I know it's in New York for a fact.
This podcast is brought to you by the Uber app. Download the Uber app in the comment section below. I mean the description below. Sorry.
Yeah, we need to start getting
So I don't tip cabbies because I don't take cabs very often. The cabs went up not too long ago, maybe about a couple years ago, where the minimum, the state law was that the minimum, it doesn't matter if a cabbie is taking you, down 3 blocks. The minimum, I believe, is $7. You can't pay any less than that.
Uber, dude, you can go like about a mile for like $5.
Ooh.
It's crazy, man. Here anyway. It's so good. Love it. And they're just fucking those cab drivers, man. Because
they are.
Because now they're mad. They're so fucking angry, and it feels so good because they tried to go on strike recently, and the cab companies are fighting back. And they're trying to get Uber banned. Of course they're doing this because it's good, it's cheaper, they're nicer to you, they're not looking at you and just deciding they want to pick you up at 2 a.m. So cabbies are trying to go on strike and all that shit. Also, they all have GPS. It's all GPS based anyway. Mm-hmm. So you can put the location in your phone before you even get into their car.
Right.
So you don't have to do that thing. You're like, 1187 suck my dick drive. They know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had the cab who didn't have GPS?
That happens most of the time here.
Oh, Jesus.
That happens most of the time here because the cabs here aren't... Well, the cabs that you get uptown aren't the traditional yellow cabbies. I believe those are like union, like union cabs or some shit where they have resources. They give them a lot of shit. Here, it's the Lincoln Town cars. So some of these guys will have GPSs, but a lot of the times it's just they just use their their know-how,
Yeah.
And for the most part, they do know the city, But the thing is, when there's no GPS, there's also the guy that might feel like driving around for like 10 extra minutes just because he wants to add more money to the fare or something like that. That's why I always at the beginning I ask them how much it is, because remember, when you're doing the Lincoln Town cars here in the city, it's not by a meter, it's basically at the cab driver's discretion. So
how's the Lincoln Town car different? What do you mean? The regular?
It's just like you driving a car. There's no meter. It's not with a card. It's with cash. So you get in the cab and you say, I want to go to Dominic Rayburn Avenue, and you tell them how much is that going to cost me, and they go $12.
Oh,
you establish that at the beginning because you don't want them telling you some bullshit at the end of the cab ride.
Describe to me dollar cabs. I vaguely remember dollar cabs from when I was a child growing up in East Flatbush in Brooklyn.
I mean, dollar vans.
They were dollar cabs.
I don't remember dollar vans. Dollar cabs. I don't remember that.
What's a dollar van?
A dollar van, there's a lot of them in the neighborhood that I used to live in Jamaica, Queens. It's basically, it's a van that seats about maybe 12 people. And they will go down certain avenues and boulevards, and they charge you $2. They call it dollar vans, but they cost $2. It's just always going to be just a bit under what it would cost you to get on the public transportation. The public transportation costs you $2.50, so they're going to be $2. If the public transportation goes up to $3, it's probably going to be like $2.50. But it's you basically, you're in the van and you tell them, make a stop here at the corner, and they have their route. They don't just drop you off anywhere. It's just if you're going down, in a certain avenue that's close to where you live, that's the dollar van that you have to take, and you tell them, okay, drop me off here at the corner, and that's it. But I've never heard of dollar cabs.
I think it was something like they would go down they would go down a couple blocks for just $1 way back in the 90s. How did it work? Urban Dictionary says an unmarked, unlicensed cabs, usually vans, common in the bad areas of Brooklyn. Dollar cabs take multi-passengers to a nearby landmark safely during late night hours or when train stations are closed. The usage in a sentence says, "Dude, thought I was going to get mugged walking to the next station when the Parkside Avenue stop wasn't running. Luckily, a dollar cab pulled up and took me to Atlantic Avenue. Thought I was going to get mugged."
I've never seen these things.
Oh, the urban. Dollar Cat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
You ever get out to Brooklyn? Do you ever look at the hipsters?
Yeah, I do. I've gone to Brooklyn before.
How annoying is it? Is it annoying?
Well, it's. I'm not gonna say it's annoying because I'm not out there enough, but I mean there's a huge difference from when I used to be in Brooklyn, when I used to be at the radio station, and when I go there now. Of course, there. I mean, it's just a big difference in the type of people that you see there now. That's all the reason. I can't say it's annoying because I don't live there, but I don't know. You if you came over here, you'd probably move into Brooklyn, wouldn't you?
I don't know, man.
That's a yes. Because there's a lot of white bitches out there. Oh, this podcast is sponsored by Dominus White Bitches.
What's so
click
funny
on the
this,
link. Yeah, go ahead.
This dumb meme. What's funny about it is like someone said it in and I knew this was gonna happen. Someone said it in HipHop RPG where there were no white women at all. And I knew that this trend is gonna, like, I could have a video where I'm just talking about a dude or talking to a dude, and it's just gonna a dude who isn't white. It's gonna keep coming up. I hope it keeps going to the point, where it's like I'm not even talking about girls. It's just there's white bitches again.
What is this all about? This podcast being dank. I keep seeing something about dankness in this podcast.
Maybe it's taking over dope. Maybe it's. I notice you don't use dope. You're not with the dope movement.
Because dope is outdated. I don't use that fucking word anymore.
It's not. It came back.
Did it? Okay, so I'll start using it immediately now.
It came back about exactly about 13 months ago. I noticed it coming back, and I was like, dope. All right, is that what you're saying now? Yeah. And then, the guy, he'll say it with such confidence. Oh, it was real dope, man. It was real dope. All right. Well, we're gonna wait for the next thing. I remember I used to like saying tight. I was tight, man. I was one of the tight guys.
Like Tuco. Tight, bro. Motherfucking one. Speaking of tight, I just want to address my cat real quick, because she's a tight ass. She's being a spoiled brat.
Is she shitting in all your stuff?
No, she's not. She's very well trained wherever she came from.
She's fucking scratching your balls right now, beating you up, clawing at you in the middle of the night.
She does.
Kicks your door down.
She does do that. She claws.
Really?
You. Yeah, she claws you in the middle of the night.
Does she do the stepping on your body? Like she'll purr and just like step on you, is like sort of kneading your skin.
Yes.
It's cute when cats do that, but they have claws. You're like they're like digging into you.
Well, if she's walking around, the claws aren't out. So if she's stepping over me, I don't feel the claws, but I'll feel
when she's mashing you.
Yeah, she'll look at me, like she'll look me in my eyes, and then she'll put her paw on my arm, and then she'll start sinking her claws in. I can't say that it hurts. It's just it's annoying.
Why is she doing it?
I have no clue. I think she does it because I do annoying things to her. So I think it's just her way of just fucking with me, like just
you think she likes you now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I can fuck her. I think I can. I mean,
you're close. You buy a couple catnips.
Yeah, a couple catnips. Take out to eat. Little bowl of milk. Little bowl of milk.
Some of that milk in a glass. Sprinkle some catnip in there.
So I just want to say that she's sick and she's not eating. So me and DuBL, we've had to.
What the fuck did you do? You guys only had it for like 4
Well, this is a common issue. It's a common issue when you get a cat from a shelter, is that it has upper respiratory issues, and not only that, she got a cold, and a reason why a cat won't eat, there could be numerous reasons. It could be because she's sick. It could be because of new surroundings. It can be for a number of reasons, but whatever the case is, the vet said that she's probably not going to eat. It could go on for like a week or two. So it's been a couple days. So what we do is we blend the cat food, the medicine that was given to us. We blend it with some water, and it's this disgusting pudding thing. And
Does she eat it?
Well, we force her to fucking do it. So what we do is... No, she doesn't make any noises. This cat is so silent. Is that a cat or is that somebody gagging on a dick? What is that?
Both.
It's what cats do. So we've been force feeding this little bitch, and hopefully she'll eat soon. Let's see what happens. Let's hope for the best.
Like holding her throat open, dropping them.
No, what you do is you have to grab them by the meat on the back of their head, and it doesn't hurt them because that's how their mother used to hold them. So you grab it and you point her nose towards the ceiling, and you try to throw the syringe in the side of the mouth, and then they had to
squirt.
Yeah, basically.
That's fucking gross out.
Yeah, it's disgusting because the food smells bad, and it's upsetting because this is only happening because she's stubborn, and also what she does is she grinds her teeth. Now, the grinding of the teeth can be because she's stressed, or the grinding of the teeth can be her trolling. It can be her grinding her teeth and making it seem like I'm eating. You see, I'm eating. Leave me alone. So I'll stop. So it could be for a number of reasons, but
she's not smart enough to troll you. Come on, you think she's faking it,
dude?
Cats aren't that smart.
Cats are very intelligent.
Well, what has she done that's smart?
What has she done that's smart?
Flush your toilet. Fucking recorded a podcast.
There's a lot of things that she does, man. This is a very mystical animal. I admire her. I caress her. I'm with her.
What? No, really. What has she done?
What's smart? She hasn't done anything. I mean, she's a fucking cat.
There's got to be something she did that you didn't expect her to do.
Something that she did that I didn't expect her to do. The only thing that I can say, and this is just far and wide, just for all cats, is just the moment. Because I've seen dogs, and I have a friend who has a dog, and I've gone out with him while he's walking his dog, and when his dog feels like taking a shit is when his dog will take a shit. So we've literally walked for like 15 minutes until his dog has decided to take a shit. She was on the couch, and we were just fucking around sitting there, and then all of a sudden she jumps off the couch and she just runs towards the kitty litter box and she takes a shit. It's like it's just an immediate reaction. It's like, oh, gotta take a shit. Okay, gotta go to the litter box. And she's so self-efficient, which all cats that are properly trained are. There's a lot of intelligence that goes into that. It's it's that awareness that I'm aware of my bowels. I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna shit on the couch. I could, but I'm smart enough to know that I'm not supposed to, because I won't be caressed for that. I won't be I won't get any positive affirmation for that. I'll probably smack her upside her fucking head if she did that.
Another weird reason why I don't smoke weed anymore is because I think the last time I did it, this was coincidentally same night when the spider demon attack happened. I was
spider demon.
I told you about the spider demon.
Yeah, you got to draw this thing, man.
It was invisible. I just sort of felt it. I could feel its presence. I could sort of map its presence out. Like, exact Predator. Remember when Predator goes, he goes to his invisible mode, right? So you can make out the shimmering outline of his form in space. Yeah. What the fuck is that? I see the fucking dreadlocked alien looking like a Jamaican. What the fuck is that shit? I'm glad I did my curls.
Don't you love how racist that was? That was a little racist. That an alien
the Jamaican alien
that he had.
It just made him look more badass.
That was racist.
Why was it racist?
I'm joking. It wasn't racist. It was just.
He had some cool ass dreads.
I didn't.
You don't think they were cool?
No, they were racist. They were racist dreads. Go ahead.
Racist dread. I had to take a shit right while I was high in this state. So I went to the bathroom, locked the door. I was like, what the fuck? All right, I remember how to take a shit. I gotta do this thing. I was so concerned about not doing it right. I regressed to being like 3 years old or something. I'm sitting out on the toilet. I managed to take a shit, and I was so concerned that I didn't wipe properly, that I didn't flush properly, that there was a smell. I was worried about the fact that there was only one wall separating me from everyone else. Like, I'm sitting here shitting, and everyone else is pretending like I'm not in this room shitting. What the fuck? What is this? I'm analyzing the idea of shitting while I'm doing it. It was too much for me. It was crazy. So I just shat everywhere. I laid in the pile of shit. I was eating the shit. I became a shit monster. Yeah. No, really. What really happened in reality was I took a shit and then washed my hands and left. Like nothing different happened. It was just all in my head. But I didn't like it. I didn't like being in my head like that.
What I don't understand is why you get so committed to your thoughts. when you are high? That's what I don't understand.
I can't stop it.
Why do you get so committed to you don't get committed
You're
to those
saying
thoughts?
why?
Yeah.
Because it's not. Because you just get deeper into this pit. Like I'm in that zone. I'm in this pit whenever I'm in that like that. I can't. I don't know. I don't know why it is. You know what it is. I get fixated on one thought. You take one thought, you turn around, you're polishing that thought. You just keep doing it over and over again, and you forget that you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be.
Is it just
talking
me,
to
or do
people.
Dom's hands sound very ashy? Sandpaper hands.
Yeah. All right. Enough out of you. Yeah. So yeah, shitting while high is tough. You never had that issue?
No.
That's why
I
Oh, it's just me.
No. Of course I've had paranoid, highs
You take a
and
shit
stuff.
and you got nervous.
Nah.
It's okay.
Not at all.
Are you nervous?
Okay, let me ask you something. Well, when you're, and maybe this is a good segue because I was just about to ask you about the RPG. So
Nice.
when you're going through the creative process, right?
All right.
When you're going through the creative process and you're thinking about the possibilities of what to do and what not to do, when you're doing the creative process, you don't get attached to thoughts. You sort of treat ideas, or you treat thoughts as ideas, and when you don't like it, you dispose of it. You don't say.
You're right.
You don't say.
That's very true.
Yeah. You don't say, "Oh my God, why did I just think Kendrick should pull out his dick in the middle of Compton, when he was doing the flashback? Why did I?" No, you dispose of it. You just say, "Don't need it." Okay, moving on to the next thought. That's exactly how your mind should work when you're high. It should just be. They should just be used.
No, listen, you're
ideas.
telling me these things, and I understand, and it makes sense, and I agree with you. But you cannot convince me of that when I'm in that state. It doesn't work.
See, this is what I told you before. I told you that you want to have those thoughts.
I don't. That's why I'm not doing it.
You want to have these thoughts.
Why would I want that?
Because you want to have those thoughts. That's why you're fighting them so much. You want to have those thoughts. It's probably what helps you.
That?
It's probably
not good.
This is probably what helps you create things. It's probably that.
Well, the fact that I'm neurotic about that stuff.
Maybe that's,
No, you're
that's what
right.
works.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what works, man. But I think the more you fight it, the more that it's blown up tenfold, and it's because
You know what?
you want
You're
it to
probably
happen.
right. I'm just not willing. I'm not willing to just. I'm not willing to put up with it anymore. I don't know. It's like you'll hear people say, "Yeah, I had to smoke a few times. I had to just get past that." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Also, yeah, it's because it's illegal. I know. The guy, yeah. Look, I just have to say that disclaimer. Fuck, and
Illegal.
Whatever. Fuck you. But the creative process. Yeah, I noticed that I get when I was getting towards the end of making this last episode, I get physically antsy. I'm pacing around. I can barely eat. I'm so focused on getting the thing out. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had that? Those physical reactions from like working on something really long and you just want to put it out?
I don't get antsy because I don't get attached to anything. I don't get attached to it because I'm not supposed to.
What do you mean you're not supposed to?
I'm not supposed to get attached to it.
It's your work.
It is my work, but it's to get too attached to it is, I think, is going against why you started doing anything creatively in the first place.
Really?
I think when you decide to do something creatively, it's because you're letting go and you're doing what comes the most natural to you. So when you start to get attached to your own work like that, I think it's not a part. To me, this goes back to the conversation that we always have, which is when you say when you've got some sort of a block, you have to just like soldier through it. And right. I don't believe in that.
We have different.
I just believe.
See, my thing is like if you're not attached to it, you know what I think happens? You're an exception to this, and you obviously ruin my argument. But when you're not attached to it, and if you think that it's not a part of you, I think you just end up being a person who's like, you know what? One day I'm gonna end up writing that novel.
Mm-hmm.
I think those people
and never doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've known so many people like that in your life.
Absolutely.
Who are not attached enough to it. Like there's not enough at stake. Their mind doesn't tell themselves that there's enough at stake.
But okay. A lot of the conversations that I always bring up conversations about the ego. I always bring up those conversations, and to me this is yet another example of the ego, which is what's needed in order to identify the differences that you have between people. But with the example of Kanye West is the example of how your ego can make you eat yourself when you get too attached to the idea of what you do and the idea of your work. When you get too attached, what's the middle ground?
I'm not saying that anything I'm doing is great or it's changing the world. That's not what I'm saying.
No, okay, so maybe Kanye was a bad example. No, I'm not literally saying the Kanye approach of I went to Nike. I love imitating Kanye, and I love just saying that because I think I can say that just a little close to what Kanye. I went to Nike. All right, sorry.
Mark Parker. Yeah, I'm putting you on blast, dude. I would have a scene that addresses those Kanye outbursts. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I just the idea of getting attached to it to the point where, because it's a part of you that you're attaching to it. Obviously, you made it. So this is just a very transient conversation that we're having. So it's very hard to articulate what it is that I'm saying, because in my head I understand what I'm trying to say, but I'm not conveying it, well enough. But what I'm saying is that I just don't get attached to something. I mean, also the blockage moments don't happen that often, and that's why I trust myself when they happen. So when they come along, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go jerk off. I'm gonna go cook something. I'm joking about the jerking off. I'm gonna go cook something. I'm gonna go out for a run. I'm gonna go do that, and then it'll come to me. That's kind of the way I look at it. Most people will probably say that that's a bad approach to it, but I've always found that
it depends. You're right. If you trust yourself, if you know that you'll get back to it eventually, then go ahead, take a walk, because it'll probably help, because you're going to get back to it. But you have to be honest with yourself. If you're one of those people who you say you're going to do something creatively and you just don't end up doing it, then just fuck you. Get back to work. Don't go take that walk. You need to work on that thing.
You gotta treat her like a lady. You gotta treat her like a lady. If
my work was a lady, I'm an abusive boyfriend.
She would leave you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave you because you're not treating her with respect.
I am just like it has to come out. It's gonna come out. I'm stressed the fuck out. I'm beating it up.
She's crying herself to sleep every night.
But once it's done, it's great, man. Like episode 1 was how I wanted it. Episode 2, this is not something I say often, but this is like some of the best stuff I've ever done. This is a culmination of all of my abilities. Mm-hmm. And I've never spent any more time, as much time on one thing as I have on this stuff. Mm. So
do you take more pride in the fact that you put more time into it, as opposed to something that you made in about a day or two?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because it just ends up looking better, and it just is better. Mm-hmm. Like 9 times out of 10, if you spend 30 hours on something, it's gonna look better than something you spent an hour on. And with still images, I'm just notoriously bad at spending a lot of time on them.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like a lady, fellas. Like a lady. Soft with her. Soft.
But of course, we're not talking about ladies. We're talking about doing your work. So if you're not doing your work, get back to it.
We're having a conversation about love. We're having a conversation about love.
Loving your work?
Yeah. Well, no. What I'm saying is that you're having a conversation. If someone came up to you and someone said, what's going on with you and your girlfriend? Like, what's the deal? What's going to come out of this whole thing with you and your girlfriend? You would look at the person and you would say, that's a weird question. It's I'm with her because I love her and I trust where it's going. I don't have to have a neurosis. I don't have to hold on to her and ask her every 2 seconds, like an insecure asshole, and say, what's gonna happen? Is everything okay? Are you mad at me? Are you mad? Those women, that woman will leave you and she will want nothing to do with you. If you treat your creative outlet like a woman, you trust her. You trust whatever invisible entity it is that you held on to and that you let go to in the universe. And I'm trying to be very deep right now, but just listen. I'm just saying that whatever mystical thing that you submitted yourself to and you said that I'm gonna do it, you always have to trust that moment of submission that you had whenever it was that you started, and you have to trust that muse will come right back. Even if you've got that blockage, she'll come back to you. She'll come back into the living room and you guys will sort it out. You don't have to follow her all over the apartment and say, and another thing, we're gonna do this. She'll leave. That girl will leave you. So treat her like a lady. And for you women out there, treat her like you would treat me.
Beat him up, slice his throat, throw him in a trash can.
Treat me with kindness.
I think both methods work.
It's just different ways of looking at it.
Yeah, because as much as I say that you have to beat yourself up and keep working, I will take a walk every once in a while. Today, I spent most of my day drawing. Wow, that just came out of my mouth. That's not true. Most of my day I spent playing video games. It felt weird.
What were you playing, huh?
XCOM.
Okay, I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's a game where you there's an alien invasion.
All right, go ahead. Continue. Shout out to the rap critic. Continue.
You play this. You threw me off. You douche. You play this military organization. The aliens have started invading the planet. Every country, the major countries on Earth, like every continent, decides to pool together all their money to get the best soldiers to live in this compound, and they send them out on these missions to fight the aliens. Mm-hmm. So it's a tactical, turn-based, squad-based game. Yeah. Okay. It's good.
Do people still play the Call of Duties? Do they still play Gears of War and all that stuff? That's like
some of the Gears of War is done for now. I mean, it might be coming out again, but yeah, people play a lot of Call of Duty. It's one of the most popular games right now.
Okay, I mean, we sidetracked and I was talking too fucking much, but honestly, okay. So in terms of the RPG 3, okay, mm-hmm. and what direction is this heading? Because you said you've mapped out pretty much where you're gonna go.
What direction is it heading? I think it's gonna get kind of weird, because I'm gonna start introducing the Illuminati aliens, and I'm gonna start mapping out how they're gonna be defeated eventually. So, little by little, every episode you're gonna get a little more tidbits about what happened in the past, what's going to happen, and that's about it. It's not that complicated, because it could get infinitely complicated. Like anyone who's played a Final Fantasy game knows that these sorts of storylines can get so convoluted and very multifaceted. And what I want to do, like if I really had as much time as I wanted, I would want to take each character and sort of scatter them on their own journey, Game of Thrones style, and have them all converge back at the end to fight the boss. But I don't have time for that shit. I have like 12 more, actually 10 more episodes written out. So I won't have time to make everyone disperse and all that stuff. But I have enough to tell the story I want to tell and be done with it. That's difficult enough. But I know that it's possible. And what I'm focusing on now is I know that from the beginning I wanted to do this for myself. I knew that people might be interested in it. I didn't realize people would be as interested. I didn't predict people would be as interested as they are now, but ultimately I have to do the thing that I want to do, and that will make me happy. So, yeah. I've just been getting a little bit of a taste of what it's like to make something and have it be successful and have people just comment on it and tell you how they feel about it. It's weird. And I can't imagine having people review my work and talk about me and stuff.
Those of you listening to the podcast now, you think maybe in the comment section we could get these guys to throw some suggestions of rappers in the up and coming RPG?
They've been doing it. You guys can feel free to do it, but yeah, go ahead.
What's the most ridiculous one that you heard?
Some female rapper who's really obscure that no one knows about, and someone was like, yeah, you should put her in there. A lot of Jay Electronica's. I've never listened to his work, so I don't know. People keep saying NWA.
Well, that's interesting because he's never written any work. Oh, good.
I'm getting a lot of NWA.
Why?
I don't know, because he's back in time. Because of the whole concept. Because he's back in time.
Okay.
And that would make a lot of sense for me to put him in there. But yeah,
they're putting out a movie, by the way.
What was that?
There's going to be an NWA movie coming out.
Who's playing it? Chadwick Boseman as every character.
Chadwick Boseman, is that the guy who played Jackie Robinson?
Yeah, and James Brown. Yeah.
Okay.
So you knew you.
Yeah. I think Ice Cube's son is going to play Ice Cube.
Oh boy.
Which is fine, but I'd like to see a real actor do it, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be my opinion.
Forrest Whitaker as Eazy-E. Hey guys, what's going on? Want to make some music? My eyeball hurts. What's up?
I tried to watch The Butler, but I couldn't get into it. I took it off.
Was every scene was just him sweating? A teardrop rolling down his face,
wiping the blackness off his face.
Please give me an Oscar, please.
It's a really funny part.
There is.
There was a really funny part where he was interviewing for the butler job at the White House, and the Major D was this black guy who was basically just being very uppity and saying, what,
Uncle Ruckus.
He wasn't. No, I don't think he developed into an Uncle Ruckus character. There was an indication that maybe he might have been like that opposing figure in the White House, but he from what I saw, he wasn't. But he was sort of questioning Forrest Whitaker's abilities to be a butler, and Forrest Whitaker was being very passionate about serving people. Like, I just want to come in here and and do this and like be helpful. And then the guy takes a long pause and he goes, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be a good field nigga." No, he said, sorry. He said, you're going to be a good house nigger. That's what he said. Didn't expect that. You didn't expect him to say that because prior to that, when he was asking Forrest Whitaker, the interview questions, how can you be an asset to us? He was very professional.
And then he was just like,
then he said, yeah, you're going to be a good house nigger. Yeah, that's good. Moving along. So how would you like to how would you like to sum up what it is that you're trying to do with Kendrick Lamar?
It's tough because I'm trying to merge two genres, and my video game knowledge is just so far beyond my hip hop knowledge, and I think that's how it should. I think that's how it should be, because what I've done is sort of plugged Kendrick into the role of the typical RPG hero. Mm-hmm. What am I trying to do with him? I think I'm just having. He has his own storyline. He's going to try and figure out a way to sort of avenge whoever's died in his past, make everything return to how it was in the beginning. That's mainly what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So it's a revenge plot.
Yeah, against the aliens who fucked up everything.
Right. Kendrick will save the day, or he won, or we don't want to spoil this. Maybe the aliens prevail and the world is turned to shit.
Yeah, that would be intense. Oh man, you ever seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland?
Is that with Roddy Piper?
No, you're thinking of They Live
Okay, yes. No, I've never seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers. No.
So the cool thing about this movie is it's one of the. Yeah, I was right. It's one of the few sort of pop culture movies where the aliens win, and it's so rare to find one of these things. But so they're I think Jeff Goldblum is in this one. So the aliens come down and they're taking humans and cloning them into these pods, right? And then they have this crazy sinister plan to take over the world, where it's one of these things where you see your mother and she looks like her, but you know she's one of the aliens, and she's like, come to our side. There is no pain. There is no happiness. There is only the unit. It's one of those things, and it's like, and of course what the human says to them is, what the fuck? I'm not going to be turning to one of you. What the fuck? And they're like, how great is your life right now? You know how much, like, all this shit happening in Ferguson, people suffering, Iraq, like the amount of people who are chained up in basements and getting raped right now. Like, you know how awful things are right now. And it's like, how much worse is it than
that movie?
Than a situation where there is no war and everyone is just working towards one goal and no one's killing each other. And so you have to sit back and you're like, damn, well, fuck, I don't know what it is I'm fighting for. Anyway, so the aliens, they continually start picking off the main team, which is like 10 people who are trying to figure out some way to defeat them. And one by one, they keep falling off or dying or being cloned. And at the end, there are only 2 people left. They get split up. This one chick is running on the street and she happens to see Donald Sutherland, and she sees him walk out, and he's sort of walking his eyes are sort of glazed over, and she thinks that he's just pretending to be one of the aliens. She's like, oh God. She runs up to him and grabs him by the shoulder. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. Oh, I was so scared. And he just looks at her, shoves his finger in her face, starts pointing, and he goes, and all the aliens start running at, and just the look on her face like, what the fuck? She runs away. That's the end of the movie.
It's basically Thriller at the end of the movie.
Yeah, except there's not some Jerry Curl dude with cross eyes smiling at you. I wouldn't even be that scared. He looks at me like
his eyes were cross-eyed at the end, right?
I hate that.
They were.
Like, there's a huge budget they had. They could have just fixed that shit. I'm gonna. You what he was thinking? I'm gonna go touch some boys.
That's the exact thought that was running.
He was hoping she was going to take him back to her place, so that he could put her to sleep and go to her brother's room.
Hey, you got any brothers? Like, Michael, aren't you just trying to... You want to just fool around? Ew, no.
Oh, man.
No, that's ignorant.
Why would you say that? Why? You know... the last time I got really baked, I ate a pop brownie. I ate a pop brownie after a funeral. Actually, I ate a pop brownie after a funeral. So
and that didn't make you spin out of control thinking about your death?
No, it would have done maybe in the past, but I've learned how to deal with it. But later...
Shut up. You think you're so good?
No, because I've had a lot of bad trips.
Yeah, you think you're so smart.
Listen, I'm an experienced... I'm not an experienced pot smoker in the sense that I smoke often, but I'm an experienced pot smoker I'm an experienced paranoid pot smoker, because I understand and I've been where your mind is when you go into those dark periods, because I've been there before. They just don't happen anymore because I understand those moments when they happen. You know what I'm saying? When I got really baked, I watched Thriller, and I got paranoid because I was getting up and I was sitting in front of the TV, and, you know, I was having that, you know, one of those thoughts. I'm like, okay, right now I'm watching one of the greatest masterpieces in pop culture history. Like, this is a video that has been seen by over fucking, I don't know, 50 million people, and it is respected far long wide as a fucking a piece of artwork. And I'm just watching it and just all the death in it. And I just had this thought as I was getting up and sitting up and getting back down on the couch. And I'm just thinking of how much of a troll Michael was in that video. He's such a fucking troll because it's like, I'm dead, I'm not dead. I'm dead, I'm not
Yeah,
dead.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dead, I'm not dead. And just right at the last second, no, I'm dead. And it was just like, he's just fucking. And then I thought, but you know what? What if he was trolling us about touching kids? What if he was trolling us about
Oh
that?
my god! Wow.
And that look at the end of the video, that's the look he had right before he died, right before he overdosed.
He looked up at his shot.
I got you.
With
I was
Vincent
fucking so much
Price.
pussy.
Vincent
banging
Price.
everybody.
What was that?
I was banging everybody. Y'all didn't know. I was just smashing and smashing all day. You didn't even know it.
You need to know it.
I would go I'll get about 2 or 3 hoes, put them in my car, and just drive off. And give them a little chocolate milk. You gonna get them all sleepy?
Michael, you're speaking to us from the dead now, and we want to lay everything out, and
Okay.
we want to get answers now. All right. And the first question that I want to ask you, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. Where are you right now?
I'm in a Starbucks.
You're in a Starbucks. Did you get the apple fritter? Did you get the tea?
He messed up my order, but I got me some milk and cookies.
Okay. We're both in hell. Okay. So I know where you are now. Michael, did you touch kids? I'm sorry.
Nope,
No?
never.
Because I thought you were alive in the Thriller video, and then I found out you were dead, only to find out that you were alive, and then
Why
to
would I
find
do
out that
that
you were
shit?
dead.
Why would I fucking touch kids? That's crazy, man.
You tell me you had kids. You were sleeping with Macaulay Culkin at one point.
I
I
wouldn't
think?
do that shit. I lied. That wasn't true.
You lied, really? So are you lying about telling the truth?
Maybe.
Are you lying now?
Who fucking knows? I'm dead. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a shit.
But you were doing this when you were alive. Or were you, Michael? Were you dead when you were living here?
Yep. I never actually lived. I'm just a figment of everyone's imagination. Everyone thinks I lived, but I didn't. I never existed. I wasn't real.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. Are there any little boys in hell right now?
There's a couple.
How close proximity are you to these children?
You motherfucker. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me again.
I'm not trying to get
You're
you.
trying to get me.
I'm
In
not.
hell, the only kid I saw recently was I saw Macaulay Culkin's character from The Good Son.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You saw Macaulay Culkin's career too.
Yep.
Okay. Did you fondle his career?
Listen, motherfucker. This interview's over if you ask me that shit one more time, okay?